You are now listening to Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. Now, get ready to join today's conversation of topics with your host, Edigga.
Good, everybody. It's the man you all know and love, Edigga. That's right. Hey, welcome to another episode. What is good? What is good? What is good? Good people. That's right. You can feel the excitement. You can see it in my face. That's right. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with Edigga podcast right here in the studios of Charm City Direct TV. Hey, make sure. See, you know what I'm about to do. I'm about to ask you for some favors because that's me. You can't hold that against me because I love favors. You know, ain't nothing wrong with favors. So I need you to do me two favors. I know it's asked for much, but I'm going to tell you. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate you, but got to do me a favor. Got to hit that subscribe button to get all of the notifications on great content. That's why I need to ask you to hit the subscribe button to get the notification. See, it's a 2-for-1 type of thing. Okay. And if you're listening on WLEO 26.7 online radio, I thank you again. But gotta ask you for another favor. That's right. Go to the App Store and download the free app of WLEO at Google Play, Apple App Store, and iTunes. Man, it's not that hard, you know. It wasn't outlandish, you see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people ask for favors and they ask you for your whole, well, that's another podcast. Hey, you meet people during the course of your life. You meet very interesting people during the course of your life. And when you see me, for instance, you hear about a person, you hear their name over and over, and you see them on flyers, you see them performing, you see them in their business endeavors, and you like, man, I would love to meet that person one day. Because contrary to popular belief, people, the people right here in Baltimore, right? You know, you hear about celebrities. You hear about Denzel and you hear about Dave Chappelle and Halle Berry. But the people right here in Baltimore that are doing the same thing that they doing, they're my superstars. They're my celebrities. So with the same attention that we give to them, I give to them. And one particular person in particular that I need to talk about, and she's going to join me momentarily, is DH DaHitwryter. First of all, the name alone, DH DaHitwryter. Like when she make a song, it's a hit. It's a guaranteed hit. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to bring her on, my sister, my good friend, DH DaHitwryter. How you doing, ma'am?
What?
Oh, I hit a button. You was gone.
I was gone. I'm back. What's up? Thank you so much.
Hey, it is always a pleasure, always a great opportunity to chop it up with you.
Yes, I feel the same.
Oh my
You've been
God, this
very,
is
very supportive. Thank you so much.
and likewise, you have supported me. I think you gave me my first live broadcast experience
Oh yeah,
when
I
right
remember.
at the Auto Bar.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Yes.
huge, huge.
Yo, that night was beautiful. That was my
Right,
mixtape release party. So yeah.
right. And I
Wow.
brought out the whole radio station. I looked at the owner, Mike Mumbles, and I said, "Hey, man, we got to go to the Auto Bar." And normally, when I tell him that, used to tell him that is like, "Okay, let's back it up. Let's go." No questions asked. So I appreciate you over the years for supporting me. Just keeping me out there, keeping me current, and you don't find that a lot. People genuinely don't know how to do that. So I appreciate you for doing that. That made Charm City Direct Radio Show what it was, and here you are today to do the same thing. So I appreciate you for coming on Let's Talk with Edigga podcast.
Absolutely. It's mutual love. You've been there for me when I didn't even know which direction I was gonna go in because I have so many talents. So
Right.
thank you.
Oh, not a problem. Anytime. Speaking of talents, we just gonna dive right into it.
Woo!
So my first question is, of course, how long have you had the desire to just own businesses?
Oh, I've desired that since I was in high school. I would daydream about owning my own record label
Mm,
because I was always into music.
yes.
Um, but I was also an athlete. But I would daydream about being one of those people that owns a business, but also help others who are equally as talented and great get to that next level and accomplish all of their dreams.
Right. Right.
So this been in the vision since I was in high school because I always felt like I always want to have control over my career.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
I was never one of those people that was like, "Oh, I want to go sign with a major label and do all of these
Mm,
things." No, I want to build to a major label.
right.
You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So, high school, baby.
That's
I've been
what's
about
up.
my business since high school.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, before I move on to question number two, I want to ask you, and I probably asked you a million times before. You know me, I'm a person of name and logos. I love a unique name. I love a unique logo.
Yes.
DH the hit writer.
Yep.
How did you come to get that name?
Well, I took my initials and I was like, well, I don't, even though people call me DH now, I
Yes.
was like, how can I make this stand out as a songwriter?
Right.
Because initially that's one of my biggest passions, songwriting. So, now we know affirmations. You feel me?
Hmm.
You speak things into existence.
Right.
So I was like, man, every time I write, I'm trying to write a hit. So I was like, DH, how can I play with that? And I
Right.
came up with the hit writer.
Right.
Yo, yes. Still trying to get my Grammys, but I actually had a top 100 song on YouTube
That's what's
back
up.
in 2008. So that just motivated me to stick to that name. And yeah, next time I come on the show, we're gonna be like Grammy Award winning songwriter. But
Speaking
I
into
already had the
existence.
name. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah. Speaking into existence. I feel you. I
Exactly.
love it. Talk
Exactly.
about talk about DH, the importance of investing in yourself. I had the pleasure, the opportunity, of course, and we're going to play that commercial for 1513 promotions. But you said something real profound and what I've been preaching for years, the importance of investing in yourself. It don't take when you hear the word invest,
Right.
people just automatically think of money.
Yep. Like, oh, that's another bill.
Right. So it's much more than money. I know money plays a big part in that, but talk about the other aspects, the importance of investing in yourself.
the number one importance of investing in yourself is you got to be your biggest believer.
Yes.
And with that being said, if you're your biggest supporter, you have to be your biggest investor too. We all, you start off, you might not have a big budget, but it's great to work towards what you desire.
Right.
Write those goals down, write those prices down, and invest in yourself so that you can get to that next level.
Right.
If you want more than basic and you want to go beyond that, you have to invest in yourself.
Right.
Whatever your business is, you have to be one of the primary investors until you get to a point where you're doing fundraising.
Right.
But you're still investing in yourself through your fundraising.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a must. That's what separates people from being on one level versus the next level.
Right.
It's invested in yourself.
Right.
Your team, the people you surround yourself with, the people that you work with.
Right.
And then, like you said, financially, because it's not just all financial. You have to invest time, your energy, but you definitely want to make sure that everything aligns and is taking you to where you want to get.
Right. Right. And also, just to add to that, people just think that it's supposed to happen overnight. And you can have a great idea.
Absolutely.
The world's best idea, but without the push, and when I say push, I'm talking about, how can people learn about this idea that you have? The good thing about social media, today, DH, is, the word travel.
Yes.
But I can't figure out what you're doing. People don't have, some people have osmosis, but the majority of people don't. And how would they find out about your idea? So you got to push your idea.
Absolutely. Look, back in the day, before social media, it was it was you would be on the streets meeting as many people as possible. But the beauty of social media is you can enter into buildings that you would physically never, ever, ever imagine yourself in.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we got to take advantage of those opportunities.
Right. Right. And that's real important. Don't just think that, I have this idea, your idea becomes reality, and now your idea is just sitting there because
nobody knows
about it. And this could be, I've learned that when I created this, actually the radio station, I just thought that all 1,000 people was going to tune into my little radio show. Oh, I was going to kill it, DH. I was going to kill it. And nobody knew about it because I was so hell-bent on the fact I wasn't on social media heavy like that, and I believed, now I take that back. I was, but I wasn't. And because I was thinking I have 1,000 some odd friends on Facebook, and I'm going to put out this post on Facebook and all of my 1,000 friends going to tune in. Sadly mistaken.
You were really disappointed, weren't you?
Really disappointed. My first day I got on, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Edigga. Welcome to the show. How many people watching? 0. The hell is you talking about?
Like, dang.
I have 1,000 some odd friends.
Right. But you know where most of that support comes from normally in the beginning. Strangers.
Right. Oh, you better come with it.
But we all hope and wish that our family and friends jump on it. But they tend not to. But that's okay because there are people out there who will still support you and make it feel like they're friends and family too.
Right. Right.
You got to go beyond your friends and family.
Right.
To really, really be successful anyway.
Right. Right. Now, let's talk about 1513 Promotions.
Yes.
I see you guys over there. Y'all doing it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Talk to the people what it is. Yeah, of course, here we go with the name again, 1513 Promotions.
So I came up with the name because I grew up on 1513 off Elamont Street with my grandmother and my aunts.
Okay.
And my mom.
Wow.
So I was raised by 3 women. This house oh my gosh, 1513 is where we had family dinners, like every Sunday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you name it, it was at 1513.
Wow.
So those numbers have a significant amount of weight and power in my life. It's where I got my start, literally. So I had already been marketing and promoting for people.
Okay.
But it was just like on some freelance stuff.
Okay.
Because I had gotten sick and I couldn't perform as much as I used to. So I was like, oh, I gotta figure out how to put all of my talents together as well as my resources, because I knew a lot of photographers and videographers. So I was like, I noticed when I'm talking to people and dealing with them, they're lacking content. So I was like, how can I put this all together? So I went ahead and created 1513 Promotions so we could do branding and marketing and social media management, but we can also do photo shoots, music videos, commercials. So it's your one-stop shop for all things social media and digital marketing.
Wow.
Yes. That's my baby.
Right. And you'll be amazed of people that don't have that content or don't know how to.
Yes.
You know.
And we can do everything. Websites, flyers, everything that you need to promote and brand yourself and market yourself, you can get from 1513 Promotions.
Wow. Now, my next question, you probably answered it, but what can people benefit from these services? I mean, my answer to that is, everything. But
absolutely.
Right, but from you, the owner, what can people benefit from these services that you guys provide?
Our bottom line is to help your business grow.
Right.
So if you want more clients, you want more subscribers, you want more viewers, whatever your goal is, it's our goal to meet that goal. And also help you work towards things that you may have never thought about working towards. Because sometimes when we create a business, we get comfortable and we stop being innovative. So you always have to constantly grow and evolve. But we can do that through your marketing and promotion, as far as your graphics, just keeping things fresh.
Right. And uniform.
What you say?
Uniformed.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. But making you more visible, more relatable, more trustworthy as a brand, that's our goal. That's what we focus on. But the main thing is we definitely want to make you more profitable with your business as well.
Right.
Because that's what people want at the end of the day, right? To make more money.
Right. Something that you just said, trustworthy. Interesting because, a lot of people hit me up from businesses, and when I asked them for a website, oh, we don't have one. We working on that right now.
I did a video, a little short TikTok video about what's important to make your brand trustworthy, and that's having a logo, having your website. Yes, we have social media, but the logo and the website make things more professional,
right?
And it makes you more trustworthy,
right? Because without that, I'm looking at a person like,
you trying to scam me?
Yeah, you trying to scam me? Like, what is wrong here? What is going on here?
But those are things that are important. Sometimes you're starting out and you're like, oh, that's another expense. But that's definitely something that you want to save up for and work towards because you need it. And it makes things easier for you. You don't have to talk as much when you got certain things in order. I mean, you still have to communicate with your clients, but if a person can go to your website and find everything, that's less work for you to do.
Right. Right. I just wish that more people would think about those things creating your business, these are the aspects that you need,
Absolutely.
and find, if you can't do it, because like I said, there's some people out there who are gifted, and
Yeah.
there's some people who are not, and those people who are not need to seek 1513 Promotions, where it's a
Yes.
one-stop shop. If you don't have a picture, or stop taking these camera phone, pictures, and get you some professional pictures. DH,
Yes.
you be amazed of the people that come through this show who don't have a professional. And I write in the description, you got to have a professional picture. And you'll be amazed at how many people do not have a professional picture and they own a business. Virtually impossible.
Right. You better get the
Virtually impossible.
headshots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get those professional photos, because whatever you said represents your brand.
Right.
And that's your opportunity to wow a person, or just make a person say, okay. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
And then you wonder why you're not getting the business that
you really could.
Right.
Especially with algorithms now, you really have to make sure that you have great content.
Exactly.
So that you can stand out, because you have to remember, it's so many people that we're competing against each day that we post, just to get the attention that we deserve.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that your stuff is popping.
Right. I want to play this if I can. You're probably going to have to tell me where it's at. But I have up your TikTok.
Oh. You got a 1513 got a 1513 Promotions has a TikTok too.
Okay. So
you
let me do that.
Promotions. Yes. Yeah, let's get into it. You probably gonna see it, but I don't know what it is too. But yeah, it's 3 things that's important when there they go.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
3 things you need to, yep. That's it.
Let me see if I can get the audio straight.
Yeah.
Logos help you to stand out. They make you more visible. And they help to identify your brand.
Yes.
Number 2, create that website. When you have a website, you look a lot more professional. So people take you more serious. And it's a great way to relieve yourself of some work, because people can go to your website to find out a lot more about your business. Number 3, you gotta get on social media. Everyone's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's a great way to advertise and market your brand, as well as connect with your following. Do it.
Yeah.
Gotta do it, people. You
yes.
gotta do it. It's a must that you do it. And I mean, I understand. You sometimes people say, "Well, I don't know. I don't know about this company." But I think that if you have the services there, then why not take advantage?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm almost certain that your packages are reasonable.
Yes, they are reasonable, and we also offer payment plans, because sometimes you need something that's very, very expensive off the bat, but we'll still work with you and allow you to pay it over time.
Right. Right. So you heard it, people, right here. The owner, 1513 Promotions, they got them services: photography, website design, graphic design, commercials, music videos. It's a lot of services. And before we go to break, now if a person, I'm gonna give you a scenario, because I know you get this a lot, where a person is not sure of the direction to take their business. Like, I'm just using this as an example. They have a dope lemonade stand. Like they have the best lemonade in Baltimore right now, but they don't know how to get that.
They don't know what steps to take.
Right. So what do you guide them through that? Take the people through that process.
So when customers reach out to us, we research what you have going on, what you've been doing. But when people have no idea what they want to do, what we do is we'll find another business similar to what they're doing. Probably about 2 to 3 to give them options.
Right.
And you want to always research someone if you have a mentor or whatever, but you always want to research someone who is doing what you want to do. It is already at the place where you're trying to get.
Right.
So I would give them a marketing plan, but I will also tell them, hey, I want you to check out these 3 examples that I gave you.
Right.
Which one do you like the best? And then from there, we would kind of do something similar to what that brand is doing, but put our own stamp on it.
Right. That's what's up.
Look, even I research and look at and listen to other people who do promotional work, because the learning never stops. With technology, you can literally go to sleep and wake up the next day and it's a whole new platform. You know what I'm saying?
I just learned how to hook up a camera like yesterday. What is this?
Now we in the metaverse.
Right.
So you just gotta constantly learn. But we're there for you step by step, supporting you, making suggestions, and working together to grow the brand and really, really take off in the direction that client wants to take off into.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to shift gears and talk about reality and how you became a caregiver. You're now a caregiver for your mom.
Yes. Ooh, I can't wait to talk about that.
Right. Hey, don't go nowhere. Much more to come right here on Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. My special guest, my sister, good friend and business owner of 1513 Promotions. She is here and she is giving you knowledge, dropping them jewels. Might want to listen. If you have a business, if you're an artist, community leader, whatever it is that you do, and you need those marketing and advertising materials, 1513 Promotions. Make sure you tune in. DH DaHitwryter right here on Let's Talk with Edigga podcast. Don't go nowhere. Much more to come.
Let's see. Some of you know me from sports. Some of you know me from music. Some of you know me from Thursday Night Realness, hosting. But right now I want to focus on 1513 Promotions. And the reason why it was important for me to create, own, and build 1513 Promotions. I got into promotions when I was sick. I got into it really heavy. I couldn't do anything but stay at home. But in making connections and talking to people and working for people and promoting and helping their businesses grow, one of the main things that I realized a lot of people lack is content. I was determined to create something that can help people create that content as well as grow their business at the same time. So what I mean by content creation, photo shoots, music videos, commercials, promotional videos, these are the things that you need to take your business and your clientele to the next level. But so many people try to shortcut these steps. You feel like, oh, I have this building, I own this business, I've arrived. Okay, that's only one aspect of it. You have to promote yourself, you have to brand, you have to market. Most companies, I'm talking Fortune 500 and some of your favorite companies, spend a lot of their money and invest it into advertising, branding, marketing, promotion, content creation, because that's where it's at. The better your content, the more sales, the more followers, it's only up. 1513 Promotions is here. Visit 1513promotions.com and let's talk. You can set up a consultation. I'm here. I'm the owner. I'm Dion Halsey. Thank you.
Hey, this is your bro, K-Life. I've been here, man, at My Spot Barbershop, 2016 Bel Air Road, over 20 years, bro, and I'm still kicking. Come up here, man. You know I put the spice up on you, and I'm definitely never hard to find. You can reach me at 410-878-5033. Get at me, man, and I guarantee you I put in work. Peace.
That's right, good people. K-Life, my man K-Life, professional barber over there at My Spot Barbershop. Go over and check him out. I need a haircut. He do great work. And my special guest live right here on Let's Talk with Edigga podcast, my good friend, my sister, and owner of 1513 Promotions, DH DaHitwryter. How are you today?
Yo, I'm fabulous. I'm having fun. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. Thank you so much.
Oh, anytime. And if you still tuned in, if you still here, if you are blessed to watch us right now on YouTube, I thank you, but you need to hit that subscribe button to get all the notifications on all the great shows right here on Charm City Direct TV. And if you're listening on WLEO 26.7 online radio, I thank you again, but you might want to pull out your phone right about now and go to Google Play, Apple App Store, and iTunes and take us with you on the go. WLEO 26.7 online radio, worldwide listening, entertainment online. Hey, good people, we just in here, we chopping it up, and we was talking about 1513 Promotions and how this company can help you. That's right, help you and your company to get out there so people can see you. Now we're going to switch gears because not too long ago, you took on an important role as to be the caretaker of your mom.
Yes.
Talk about that for a minute.
So my mother had a major stroke in May 2020.
Wow.
It was right after, about 3 days after Mother's Day.
Wow.
She lost the ability to speak. She cannot move her right arm. And, you know, she had to start over. She had to learn how to walk again.
Right.
She had a feeding tube. She got a pacemaker. It was a really, really bad stroke. Wow. So, you know, she was in the hospital for about almost a month, and then she transitioned to rehab. So she had to stay in a nursing home for 100 days. Wow. So I'm going back and forth with myself, like, you know, am I going to keep her in a nursing home or am I going to bring her home? One thing that motivated me to bring her home was the fact that during COVID, I couldn't visit her. She was in the hospital by herself. You know, the only way that I could see her was through video chat.
Right.
That was very, very hard to deal with because at the end of the day, you really have to trust that your loved ones are getting the proper care that they deserve.
Right.
So I decided, you know what? I'm going to bring her home and I'm going to take care of her. Yes, it's challenging. Of course, I was scared. I was nervous. I had to learn certain things, but this has been one of the most purposeful, rewarding things I could ever do in my life. Wow. When I say that I'm blessed, I have been blessed. The neighbors cook for us. Family and friends step in and come and watch her so I can go and do certain things and not have to rush back or, you know, just so I can continue to live my life. And that was one of the promises that I made to myself as well, because I watched my mom take care of my grandmother.
Right.
But I feel like when she decided to take care of my grandmother, she really, really, really sacrificed her life.
Right.
So with her, I just wanted to make sure that I still went for the things that I want out of life while providing great care for her. So, yeah.
Wow, that's wow. And I just did a show not too long ago. I think it was yesterday. Um, and I talked about parents and how children remember the love from their parents as they get
Absolutely.
older. And also parents, they think about, if for people who have siblings, parents know who was there for them.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I'm right now I'm wishing your mom well,
Thank you.
speedy recoveries,
Thank
um,
you.
and that she is blessed with a daughter that loves her and cares for her. And because I never had to go through that, but uh, I can almost imagine now that the repetition, the care facilities and daycare facilities for adults are getting a bad rap.
Yeah.
And I know how that must have made you feel. One, you can't
Absolutely.
physically be there with her.
Exactly.
But not only that, you're not, who can take care of your mom better than you?
Exactly. You know, I did a lot of research, and when it comes to the nursing home, a lot of them don't get paid much. They normally
Right,
have to work 2 jobs just to make a decent income so that they can survive.
right,
So imagine having 12 patients
right,
assigned to you, and they all have different needs.
right,
You're not getting paid that much.
right,
So yeah, you know that the nursing homes facilities and nursing home care and all of that stuff is on the decline, especially because of COVID.
right,
You know, when COVID first broke out, the nursing homes were getting hit so hard. So that was another one of my worries. Like every day I'm like, you might get a call that it's an outbreak,
mm,
but thank God none of that stuff happened. But I
right,
could tell that my mom went through some things, even though she cannot talk. It's certain facial expressions that she makes.
mm,
Because even when she got dismissed and she came home, they sent her home with they hadn't trained me yet. They sent her home without the stuff that she needed to eat. So when she came home, she had to end up staying in a hospital for an additional 9 days
mhm,
because of their error.
mm,
So I had to reach out to the Department of Aging. I had to do all of these things just to stay on that and make sure that that doesn't happen to anybody else.
right,
Because, you know, here I am excited for my mom to come home, but I'm not prepared.
right,
So that just confirmed my decision. Like, yeah, she needs to be home with you because if they sent her home like this, what were they doing while she was in there?
yeah,
You know, so
yeah. The reputations for some, I'm not going to say all, because there's some daycare facilities for adults that actually do their job, and some that you just said
yeah,
that with the amount of pay that they're getting, some people that work there can be disgruntled,
exactly.
and they're taking it out on the patients,
Yep.
you know.
Yes.
And it's not about, some of them just do it just for, anger issues, because it's been a plenty of times that I've seen, firsthand, that people that work there say, I ain't doing that to her, or I ain't doing that
Exactly.
to him, and they walk off and just forget them. And so I
Yep.
commend you
Thank you.
for
Thank you.
yeah, I commend you for taking that necessary, because anybody else would have been like, I can't do it, and left her or him in a facility knowing that the proper care is not there. They will not care for your your mom, your dad, your grandfather, grandmother,
Right.
your loved one. So,
Yeah.
you know, I commend you for saying no. I can take care of my mom. I know what she needs. I know how to take care of her. And I hope people that listen into this that have family members in daycare facilities, you know, take a second look at it.
Yes.
You know, look at it like, you know, you're there.
Yeah, because it
You know what
could
I'm
be
saying?
you.
Yeah, it could be you, you know.
Yes.
So I again I commend you for doing that and taking proper care of your mom, and please let her know I'm wishing her well. I'm
I
praying
sure
for
will.
her.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're welcome. Yeah, that's whoo. that's
Yeah.
that's a it's not a hard decision. It's a great decision, you know, to say no. I come on home, mom. I got
Yes.
you. Yeah.
I think because you know, when my grandmother had Alzheimer's and she was going through certain things,
Right.
you know, I would have to help too. It was mainly my mother, but I think growing up around that and seeing that, it just played on my heart, and I was like, I gotta keep them with me. Just because I know how when it's like as soon as my grandmother went to the nursing home, it was just like her decline happened even quicker.
Right.
Yeah, she did. I don't even think she made it 2 years before she passed away once she got
Wow.
into the nursing home. So
Wow.
all of those thoughts were with me. Man, you never expect those things to happen. They're
Right.
sudden, but I am thankful for the experiences that I had before because they definitely came into play
Right.
when it came time to make that decision.
Right. Wow. So
Yeah.
again, we're gonna switch gears and talk about music.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Let's get
And
to it.
the burning question that I have is
Oh, it's probably what everybody has.
right. When will you bless us with new music?
Woo!
In the hot seat.
That's a great question. So right now, I'm really, really focused on songwriting.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I'm gonna tell you this real truth. This gonna be some real truth. When I got into being a performing artist, my main goal was to bring attention to me as a writer.
Mm. Okay.
And like being a performer was a hobby to me. It was
Mm.
like, oh, I know that I could do this, but what I really want to do is be a songwriter. So I sat back. I told you I got sick. I
Right.
got sick about 3 years ago.
Right.
I have a chronic illness called Sampton's triad,
Mm.
severe allergies, severe asthma.
Right. 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 Right.
So, you know, that's unpredictable. So I got to a place where I was like, look, at this point, I could just be behind the scenes and be good because I
Mhm.
really want to get back to my original goal,
Right.
which was to win a Grammy as a songwriter.
Yes.
So right now, I will say that I am working my tail off as a songwriter, and I'm
Right.
getting back to my original goals as a songwriter, and really, really focused on that because I want to really, really manifest what I saw when I was in high school.
That's what's up.
Um, I'm not going to say that I would never put out music again as an artist, but I'm more like a Erica Badu or a Jill Scott. You know, it
Mhm.
might take me 10 years to do music again
Okay.
because I just have so many other talents that I want to tend to. Um, but yeah, when it comes to music, I've just been focused on songwriting, and yeah, hopefully one day again. I think that ultimately I do want to put out a full project
Okay.
as an artist.
Okay.
That would be my goal because I never released an EP or an album.
Mm. Okay.
Right. I had singles, but
Never
um,
really did a full project.
no,
Okay.
no. And it's crazy because when I started getting sick at the time, I was
Mhm.
working on a full project.
Right.
Um, but like I said, my health, I
Right.
was like, dang, how am I gonna be able to perform? Because,
Wow.
I can't breathe through my nose. I can't even hum, bro. I can't. So I was just like, I just have to pivot. Was I devastated and crushed a little?
Mhm.
Yeah. I was in my feelings because I was like, I've been working my heart, my whole life for these opportunities, but I still have other talents. So
Right.
I
Right.
just was like, I have to pivot.
Right.
It might not look like I wanted it to, but it actually does because now I'm back to what I originally wanted to do, period.
That's what's up. I like that.
Yes, 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 yes.
Now we come to the part of the show where I ask the guests a trending topic question.
Let's get
Uh,
into it.
right. Almost what's your thoughts on this? And as many of you know, or should know, if you was living under a rock, Joe Rogan, the host of the Joe Rogan Experience on Spotify and other platforms where podcasts can be heard, was recently in controversy because of his use of the N word. The use of the N word, according to people, were about 24 times in either one episode or numerous episodes. And that
Yeah.
caused a little bit of a stir where people who have their music on Spotify, and these are some heavy hitters. I'm talking about Neil Young, uh, Erica Badu, and countless others were saying, "I'm going to take my music off." And surprisingly, uh, uh, India, not Erica Badu. I'm sorry. Did I say
India
Erica Badu?
RE.
Huh?
Yeah, but you met India RE?
Yeah, India RE. I don't know where I got India Erica Badu from, but India RE made a perfect statement and said that the backbone of artists' music is what made Spotify,
Yep.
and that they are giving them pennies as opposed to royalties for their music.
Yep.
And those monies are going to Joe Rogan, who is making about, they ain't even about, it's like $100 million. He has $100 million deal with Spotify. So you make that you make that comparison. Here's a
Right.
person with a podcast that's dropping the N word, and here are artists that are busting their ass, so to speak, to have
Yep.
their music and making music on Spotify, on the reason why Spotify is because of music of artists.
Exactly.
He's saying this N word, and you do nothing about this.
Right.
So India Ari's claim was, take me out of the equation because I'm not getting nothing out of it anyway.
Anyway, exactly.
Right. So, what are your thoughts?
Shout out
As
to
a-
India.
Yeah.
Shout out to India for taking that stance. Oh man, it's crazy how these platforms make sure that, like you said, you made a great point. You are successful because of what? Music.
Mm-hmm.
But you barely pay a penny per play, per stream. And then on top of that, we know that a lot of this money comes from Black art, right? So then you turn around and you give this person you give Joe all of this money. Why nobody coming to Spotify for podcasts and stuff like that? When they first came out, it was straight up music. All of these other things, took off over time.
Right.
But Joe has always been a controversial person.
Right.
I've seen stand up from him, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was in a predominantly white crowd. It was only like three Black people in this crowd, and the jokes were kind of like, "Bro, I feel like you're racist."
Right. Right.
So it's like, dang, during Black History Month too. But It's no room for places for people like that.
If I can cut in right quick, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Every time when people have to apologize for something that they said, in the back of my head, why say it?
Exactly.
So
I be thinking, why apologize? If you're gonna be that bold, stat, you better double down on it. Don't apologize for being who you really were. But you're right. Why would you do something that you're gonna have to come back and apologize for?
So there was
apologies. Let's be real now. Apologies are kind of watered down.
Right. Because it's almost used frequent. It's like I'm going to say I'm going to say this X. I'm going to say X, Y, and Z, but then it comes to the forefront. It comes to Front Street, and now you want to apologize. And this is why I don't wholeheartedly go Google. Like I said just a few minutes ago on my morning show. I don't know. This is exactly why, DH, that I don't go Google over these celebrities. How everybody is all gawking over the celebrities, like, oh my God, you see what he said? I am not that person.
You can.
That person. Because it's like you first minute you see them in a good light, and then once that light leave, you don't know what they saying about people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Until it hits Front Street,
Till they get caught.
Until you get caught like a deer in headlights, then you being apologetic. So he made a statement. He made a video, actually. It was a part of his podcast. He said, yeah, I went into a nightclub and I said this joke. I went to see the movie Planet of the Apes. When I came into the theater, and I'm just paraphrasing, don't quote me on this, but he said when he came into the theater, it felt like he was in Africa already, because it wasn't no white people in the theater. It was all black people. So of course I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it. So why you say it?
Exactly.
You could have just went into the theater. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He just didn't know how. He just didn't know what the backlash was going to be.
Right. So I'm like, if you tired of apologizing, or you feel as though that you need to apologize every time when you talk, filter what you say, dude.
Yes.
Is that, and we all know this, the N-word. Black people say it all the time as an expression of endearment sometimes, or in the heat of a conversation or argument. We say the N-word very well, but white people better not say it.
Exactly.
So who gave you that memo to say, here, Joe Rogan, you get a pass, here, say the N-word, go ahead.
Right.
Knowing that it's wrong.
Yes, so especially now. How could you not know now? Like, come on.
Like, who gave you a pass to say the N-word? Like, please, like, some of my closest friends are white. Even if they say it, I'm looking at you side eye, like, what you say?
Right.
What you say, Billy? You know
right.
You can't say that.
Yes.
And you say it as a term, and so their defense is, well, y'all say it. No, don't do like we do. You a different race. You a different culture. Yes. Stick to bro, hey dude, hang tang, whatever the hell y'all say. Give us that.
I'll make this point. When it comes to us saying it, it was such a terrible word.
Right.
I think that we just decided, let's take back the power and
right.
Try to make it as positive as possible. But we know that it has a very, very dark history.
Right.
Especially coming from white people.
Right.
So that's like, hey, I don't know. White people might call themselves crackers amongst each other. I don't know. But I also know, as a black person, if I called a white person a cracker,
right,
there could be a lot of backlash. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that unless some stuff is not an accident. I don't think it's an accident. People just want to see how far they can take things. And hey, if you want to gamble, throw your career away and the stuff that you worked hard for your whole life over a word, hey, that's on you. Cheers to you.
Right. So Spotify did not do anything as of yet. So it is said, I was watching the news today, and it's funny because they were saying now they are taking some of his episodes off of Spotify. They didn't say anything about his money, but they are taking some of his episodes off of Spotify.
Right. That's what
That's
I was looking at.
Right. That's all fine and good, but those artists is not coming back.
Exactly.
You know,
And
because
what?
now
They don't need to for those pennies.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Now you have two issues. You got a person on here using the N-word, and you piping in all this money to him. 100 million is a lot of money.
Yes.
You know, that's a lot of money for a podcast. That's one. Second, you have artists who I hear what y'all saying over here with Joe Rogan and the money, but we got another issue over here. We not getting paid. So why don't you cut that contract in half and filter in some of this money to us, the ones who made Spotify?
Exactly.
You see,
Shoot.
cut that
Take
contract.
all that money.
Right. Cut that contract in half, give him, I would say 40 million, and pipe out some of that other leftover money into these artists. Now that's a way to bring them back if you really, really look at it, you know.
Yeah. I'm quite sure people want him completely off.
Right. Because I never listened to his podcast, to be honest with you.
Oh, me neither. After what I saw in person, I was like, oh, I have no interest in him because
this is before he
yes,
made comment. I've never looked at it, to be honest with you.
He's just always been one of those people that, you know how people push the envelope.
Right.
He's an envelope pusher.
You are a chronic envelope pusher.
Yes, he want to see how far he can get to the edge without falling off.
Habitual envelope pusher.
Yes. But if I record up,
right,
and now he gonna have extra eyes and ears on there listening for him to what?
Right,
mess up.
Right. DH, I want to say thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you. I'm so thankful for your patience because we've been trying to make this happen for a minute. So I really, really appreciate you.
Not a problem. Anytime. And before you go,
yes,
tell people where they can find you, 1513 Promotions, all of that good stuff.
Please visit 1513promotions.com so that you can see all of the wonderful services that we offer. You can learn more about me as well. You can follow 1513 Promotions on Facebook and Instagram at 1513 Promotions. And if you want to keep up with me, you can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. That's at DH _DaHitwryter. The Hitwriter is DAHITWRYTER.
Okay, spell that one more time because I'm putting it in.
So you got the D and the A.
Yeah.
I mean, no, you got DH _ DAHITWRYTER. All
right.
Yes.
There it is, people.
There we go.
No reason for you not to follow this young lady.
Yes.
No reason why your business have to suffer because lack of knowledge, because it is right here. 1513 Promotions.
Yes.
You've heard her talk about it. You've seen commercials. You've heard the services that they provide, even a breakdown of reasonable pricing.
Absolutely.
So make it your business to head on over to 1513 Promotions and just get your stuff in order, man. Like there's nothing more attractive or professional than a professional website, professional photos.
Yes. Yes, y'all. He put y'all out there. Professional photos.
I'm telling you, when I send out these little emails like, please have a professional photo, and then these little camera in the car pictures is not working for me. I'm sorry.
Look, if you're gonna take your own picture, at least have a white background or something. Like, don't be in your car. Like,
if you're gonna be in your car, have a professional photographer take the picture of you in your car.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I just want to say it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Yeah.
Going to be chopping it up with you real soon. And I just wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you.
In the future, you and your mom, of course, and 1513 Promotions.
Yes, we gonna get it. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Yes.
To the podcast so y'all can keep up. Yeah, thank you for having me, bro.
Not a problem. Anytime. The doors right here are always open for you. Anything that you got going on, just let me know. And
so you know, I thought with this Grammy, I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, you gotta bring me back on.
Right.
But I'm not feeling I'm not even gonna have to ask you, gonna hit me up like, yo, sis, when you coming back?
Right. Right. I know a Grammy Award winner.
Yes. Okay.
That's what's up. Hey, everybody. This has been another great episode of Let's Talk with Edigga podcast with my special guest, DH DaHitwryter. Hey, make sure you are subscribing to Charm City Direct TV on YouTube at Charm City Direct TV. Also, pull out your phone. Go to your app store. Go to Apple App Store. I don't have an Apple phone, so I don't know what they call it. I really don't. But pull it out and go to your app store, your Play Store, wherever they call it on Apple, and download the free app of WLEO Radio from Google Play, Apple App Store, and iTunes. And make sure you check out this broadcast in its entirety on Anchor, Radio Public, and Spotify. Yes, we're on Spotify. But I need to say, I ain't getting the money like Joe Rogan getting. I was speaking into existence. Just give me 30 million and I'm good.
So you gonna get your millions. I'm gonna get my Grammy. Let's do this.
We are winning over here.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, from myself and my special guest, DH DaHitwryter, we'll holler at you when we smile at you. Peace. I can never find this.